Hi. It's been 4 weeks since I had my second DRG surgery. So I wanted to come back and just give you some more information about what it was like and some of the things that were different, and give you any help that you might need along this journey of ours, yours and mine. Whoever's out there. I just wanted to share my experience just in case you guys are going through it too, so you'll kind of know. This is my second time getting DRG surgery. I have an entrapped nerve in my abdomen, and so my DRG surgery, my wires go up to my 10th, my 7th, and my 8th vertebrae up there. And so my battery, instead of the stimulator, instead of going all the way down into my hip, it's in my back. So that is a little bit different than a lot of other people's. So my wires go up pretty high. So that's kind of different. I've been in pain for about 2.5, 3 years. I had this surgery about a year ago, actually, last May, and I was doing really well until September of 2018, and all of a sudden everything went downhill. And for the last, 8 months, I was miserable. I couldn't drive. I practically couldn't do anything. I had a hard time walking. I was being pushed in a wheelchair before surgery. I couldn't go to any, most of my kids' sporting events. I had to put that on hold. I stayed in my house. I stayed in bed. The pain was just so bad that I wasn't able to do anything. I've been on tons of medications trying to help, and I had to wait for my insurance to clear another surgery in order for me to get all the stuff redone. And so it was a long and hard process. But May 14th, I was able to go in. I went up to OHSU and had the surgery. One of the things right off the bat I would say is this time I asked for ketamine. Now, ketamine has been in all the journals, and it's not a new drug, but it's a drug that they're really offering now, and man, it made such a difference. So a year ago when I had the surgery, I came out and I couldn't get my pain under control. Sorry, the light. But also that night I just shook in pain all night long, and my husband couldn't sleep and I couldn't sleep. The following night my body just shook in pain from the actual surgery. And so this time I asked for ketamine. They gave it to me during the surgery, and it's like an amnesia for the body during surgery, I guess. And man, it made such a difference. Like, I came out with pain, with surgical pain in the area of the battery and up into my spine, but that was it. There was no like shaking. There was no like, I think I'm gonna die feeling. I seriously laid there last year thinking, oh God, please take me right now. So it made a huge difference for me. So that's one of the things I would totally recommend. They recommend it for anybody with chronic pain going into any type of surgery or anything like that. So it made huge difference for me. The other thing that happened, unlike last year, was I had depression after surgery. I didn't the first time around, and so this was something new. I had it probably for a week, and it was really bad. That's why you're not getting this video sooner. Probably 2 weeks after, I just hit a big time low, and none of my medicines had changed because we wondered if it was that and stuff. But man, I just was really depressed, and then we looked into it, and it happens often after you have surgery. Plus, I wasn't able to go out. I'm not able to do anything. I have a 6-week no, I cannot do anything. I cannot like stretch. I cannot bend. I cannot pet my dog, even though I pet my dog a little more. I'm not not allowed to do anything. And so everything has to be done for me. And it's been really hard. And so I think during that time, and I just had come home during that time, it just, man, and it hit. But then it kind of blew away as fast as it kind of came in. It also just left. And with all the nerve medications I'm on like an antidepressant that also have nerve, like all of us usually, that has a nerve component to it and stuff. And so yeah, it just happened. So I would say if that happens to you, welcome to the club. So that happened. The other thing I'd want to mention is do not move. When they say don't move, don't move. If I could recommend that to anybody, I would. This is a great thing. I mean, the DRG has totally changed my life. I can already feel it now. I'm 4 weeks out. I'm able to walk differently. I'm able to talk differently. Today I drove around in my car. I am getting out and about for the first time. I can walk around the block, and that took a long time, to be honest. It took like after a week, I was able to walk a little bit, and then a little bit more, and a little bit more after that. But I came in a wheelchair, so that's a big component too. So I would say I don't know where you are at, but stay where the surgery is. They say that the reason I had so much problems was I drove after the surgery. We stayed at OHSU the first surgery. I stayed at OHSU one night, and then I drove home, and they think that's when the lead fell out of my back. So I would say, if you can at all possible, stay as long as you can at the place you had the surgery, or in the city. So this time, instead of driving the 6 hours home, I stayed up in Portland for 2 weeks, and I flew home because there's no way I'm doing this again. So I would say do whatever you can to stay there. The other thing is don't bend, man, I would say it just makes such a difference. And so anything you can do to make sure those wires stay where they are, just do it. I mean, we have the rest of our lives, and maybe this gives you 10%. It takes away 10% of your pain, or 20%, or 40 or 50. It's so much, that's so much to us. So just do what they say. I can't move for like 6 weeks. I'm not allowed to garden. I'm not allowed to, I'm not supposed to play with my dog. I'm not supposed to do the dishes. That's kind of fun. So my kids have to do them. Like little things like that. But it's also hard because I'm a mom and I'm used to doing everything. Even sick, I can find myself in pain figuring out stuff. I mean, I know how to drive now with my left foot. So I would say whatever you do, try to keep still. And give your body a break. This might be the first time it's not in terrible, serious pain after a surgery. So give it a break, take a rest if you have this. Let it heal up, scar in, and that's pretty much it. I'm hoping to do another video about the things I would bring to surgery and the things I would take with me, the things that's really worked with me. It's rare that you have 2 surgeries, so if you're worried about that, I think I'm in the 2 percentile of having to have a second surgery. So that's one thing. And then another is, I'm thinking, talk to your DRG rep about your DRG and how to do that and stuff. And if you have any questions, I might do another video about that. So that's about it. But good luck to you. Yeah, I hope that if you're getting this, or if you're thinking about it, if you decide not to, I hope that something else opens up in your path that brings you relief. and you share it, if you decide to do the DRG, I really hope that it just knocks your socks off and takes all your pain away. That's it. Bye.